Hey guys, and welcome to the 12th review of 31 Days of Horror. I'm going to be reviewing two movies today at once because I didn't have enough time to put a video up yesterday, which annoyed me a little. But it doesn't really matter because I can make up for it today. Obviously, we're going to be continuing with the sequel-a-thon, which brings us to I think when Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. At least that's what it says on the disc. In the film, they just call it when Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. I guess this is where they stop numbering them, which is kind of an irritation of mine. I hate when the sequels go on and they just stop the whole number and stuff because it gets confusing. But I mean, it's not so much confusing to me anymore because I know how they all take place and when they take place and what order, but it's just a little bone I have. But in this one, Alice is back along with Dan. Freddy, back again obviously. I'm not really sure how to describe it. Comes back. It's kind of like part 4. It doesn't really make sense. I guess the argument is that fear keeps him alive. I mean, that's what they say in Freddy vs. Jason, so it makes sense that if he was destroyed but not quite dead, so gradually he's been building up strength over the fear that the characters have of him, I suppose. But we'll get to that whole thing in Freddy vs. Jason. I like this one. It's got some good ideas in it. Basically, Alice is pregnant with Dan's baby, but once Freddy comes back, he kills Dan, and we find out that he's actually killing her friends and putting their souls into the baby to make the baby like him and to give him powers like him. That's pretty neat, actually. It's pretty ingenious too. It's not been an idea that's not been used in the first 4 films, which I like because it keeps it sort of fresh. The way he kills Alice's friends is pretty cool. Special effects are good here again. He gets her friend Greta and stuffs her to death with food. Literally, she's trapped at a table. He's stuffing her full of food. It's quite disgusting but cool. And all the food in her fridge starts to disintegrate with stop motion. Like when Alice looks in, it's pretty cool. Nothing big, but it's memorable at least. Her friend, I can't remember this guy's name, but he is a comic book geek, and you can tell that's how he's going to die straight away. Like, he fights Freddy dressed up as this weird gun superhero guy. He shoots Freddy, but then Freddy appears as Super Freddy, as he calls himself, and pretty much turns Dan. That's not Dan, is it? I just can't remember the guy's name, but he turns the guy into a comic book sketch and slashes the hell out of him. Not really scary, but it's a genius death scene nonetheless. The end's really good. It's not as good as part 4, I'd say. The whole confrontation between Alice and Freddy in part 4 was like that of a final boss, just the two of them duking it out. But here, the whole set which it takes place in is done very, very nicely. And it's executed quite well, just not as well. Basically, Amanda Kruger has been set free. Alice's friend Yvonne found Alice's dead body, touched it, it disappeared, and Freddy's mum appeared in the dream world. Told Alice's son Jacob, who appears in the dream world 5 years older than he is, even though he's still an Alice. And then Jacob absorbs some of Freddy's power and uses it against him. Then Freddy's mum jumps in, Amanda, and sucks him up in her body. Which doesn't kill him. Again, you can see he's breaking free as they all escape. And at the end you see Alice with her dad and Yvonne and the baby. Obviously months later. But then we see the skipping rope girls in the background that you always see in every Elm Street movie singing the 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you song. So we know he's still not dead. This one I'd give a 7 out of 10. Not my favourite Elm Street movie by a long shot. It's not as good as 1, 3 or 4, but much better than 2. 2 is just terrible. But this one I like. Let's see, that's about it. I think I've touched upon everything I like about this one. I think this is the last, really good one though. I'll get but we'll get to Freddy's dead, and my line just went out. Next time, in about 1 minute.